Hello everyone, welcome to our M365 channel. Let me switch off the music. Yes, if you can see me, if you can hear me, type AV clear, audio video clear in the chat box. Type AV clear in the chat box. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to meet you. Today we'll be talking about overthinking, how it affects our lives, and what can you do to overcome it. Are you ready to dive in? Yes, let's start about what exactly. Let's understand what is overthinking. Okay, overthinking is when our thoughts get stuck in a loop and prevent us from taking action or enjoying life to the fullest. It can leave us feeling stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed, right? Keep on thinking about the same thing again and again, and we are not able to come out of that thought. So you will be stuck in that situation. So, how have you ever found yourself stuck in a cycle of overthinking? Just think, what was the situation and how did it make you feel? Now, let's see the causes of overthinking. Overthinking can be caused by many factors, right? Including fear of failure, low self-esteem, perfectionism, and lack of control. It is important to understand what's driving you overthinking. It's like creating an awareness. What exactly is going on in my mind right now? And why am I thinking about this again and again? Uh, so by creating that awareness, you can take steps to manage it effectively, right? Do you think any of these factors play a role in your overthinking, like failure, fear of failure, low self-esteem, perfectionism, lack of control? If so, which ones and how do they affect you, right? Just think about that, right? And then now let's see the consequences of overthinking. Overthinking, right, can have serious consequences for our mental and physical health, including increased stress, anxiety, and depression. It can also impact your relationships with your family members or friends or office colleagues or with your boss. It will even impact your productivity and overall well-being, right? Have you ever noticed any negative impacts of overthinking in your life? You can share some examples in the comment box, right? Let's see. Overthinking can be difficult habit to break, but it's not impossible, right? Let's take a look at some examples of people who have overcome overthinking and how they did it, right? Uh, Sarah was a perfectionist, okay, who was constantly overthinking about every decision she made. She was afraid of making the wrong choice and felt paralyzed by the indecision, right? But she discovered mindfulness and started meditating every day. It helped her become more aware of her thoughts. What exactly we do while meditating, right? We create that awareness of what exactly is happening in our mind, what are the thoughts that are going on, whether these are negative thoughts or positive thoughts. So when you sit for meditation, you will start observing the thoughts that are going on, right? Without judging yourself, without judging those thoughts, right? Forget about positive, negative, or any thoughts, right? When you start creating that level of awareness, right, you will not get impacted by those thoughts, right? So that is one example. The another example, uh, uh, Kumar, he was worrying about overthinking, right? Everything from what to wear in the morning to how to handle his finances. He has been overthinking about everything, right? What dinner I can take, what lunch I can take, what exactly I can do, what way I can go to my office. So each and everything he keeps thinking about the same thing again and again, right? He started keeping a journal, right, and writing down his thoughts. This helped him to recognize patterns, right? What exactly I am doing and how can I overcome that? So when you start creating a journal, it will help you recognize patterns in which you are thinking and challenge the negative thoughts. I mean, in case if you are having negative thoughts, right, you can challenge them by asking question. What is the proof of this particular negative thought? Why am I feeling like this? What are the benefits if I don't think like this? What are the disadvantages if I am thinking like this? So you can ask yourself question, right? And can you relate to either of these stories? Have you ever tried any techniques to manage overthinking, like meditation, mindfulness, deep breathing, or journaling, right? Have you ever tried any of these? If you have any success story, please type in the chat box, right? And now let's see some of the tips for overcoming overthinking, right? Here are some tips that may be helpful in managing your overthinking, right? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for reducing stress and also calming down the mind, right? Set boundaries. Limit the amount of time you spend ruminating and creating space for other activities, right? And then third, challenge negative thoughts. Identify and challenge the negative thoughts that contribute to your overthinking. And then focus on what you can control. Usually we tend to overthink about the things that are not in our control. Rather, you can think about is this out of my control? Then just don't think about it. Okay, try to avoid that thought process so that you will not focus on that particular thing which is not in your control. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Okay. And if you are stuck with this overthinking, seek support. Talk to your friends, family, or mental health professionals or a life coach, right? You can discuss about these issues and then overcome these issues, right? Let me give you one more example. A sales manager is tasked with making us a crucial presentation. He is Sagar. His name is Sagar, and he is working in an automobile dealership, and he is a sales manager there. And his boss has asked him to create a crucial presentation to a potential client. But instead of preparing and practicing, he spent hours second guessing his approach and going over and over every possible scenario that could arise during the presentation. Instead of starting work on the presentation, he has been thinking, spending so many hours. As a result, he became anxious and overwhelmed, which negatively impact his confidence and performance during the actual presentation, right? In this scenario, as a sales manager, if he is overthinking and allowing his thoughts to spiral out of control, leading to anxiety and negatively impacting their work performance, right? He can start working on it, right? Once he start working on it, he will get an idea, okay, this is right, this is not right, and he can fix that thing, right? So always, instead of overthinking, if you are thinking about any particular task, just go ahead and do it. If I mean, we all have that fear of failure, right? You, instead of thinking about failure, take it as a lesson, right? Don't think failure as a failure, right? Think failure as a lesson. Okay, if I fail at this, what is the way that I can improve it next time? Or what are the lessons that I can learn from this particular mistake that I have done in this particular presentation, right? So likewise, you can get the lessons learned from that particular presentation which you have done, and then you can become a better version of yourself. Let me give you one more example about a software developer. He's working on a complex project with a tight deadline. Instead of focusing on writing code and finding solution, he spent so many hours guessing what exactly needs to be done, worrying about the potential consequences of his decisions. He started to overthink every detail, from the choice of programming language to the design patterns they use, and they became, I mean, the fear of making mistakes, right, is stopping him to develop the work. I mean, work on the project and keep thinking. As a result, he is not able to make any progress, and his productivity and motivation both suffer. So, in this scenario, the software developer is overthinking and allowing his thoughts to spiral out of control. So, make sure that your over control, I mean, overthinking is not going out of control. Okay, make sure that you own your mind, right? When you start doing it, you will see amazing results, and allow your thoughts. I mean, overthinking can be a common challenge for many professionals in variety of fields, but it can become I mean, you can use strategies, as I gave a few techniques before, right? You can use those strategies so that you can come out of this overthinking. Now, how can I focus, right? The immediate question that come is, what is focus, and how can I focus on my tasks that are there in my hand, right? Focus is the ability to direct your attention and mental resources towards a specific goal. I mean, if you are working on one particular task, right, instead of thinking about too many things and not able to do anything, right, you can start working on it and make sure that you proceed further, right? You don't worry about what exactly will happen, and is there good or is there bad. So don't ever think about the negative consequences of anything. I mean, you will learn lessons. That's all, right? Nothing much. I mean, the fear of judgment, fear of failure will make you stop doing the work that is needed for you to grow in your life, right? So make sure, uh, and there are so many factors that can contribute to lack your focus as well, right? It is important to identify what is causing you distraction so you can manage them effectively, right? If you know what exactly is the challenge, you will be able to fix that, unless and until you create that awareness. So what is happening surrounded, and how can I fix these things? So start thinking about that, and I'm pretty sure you will be able to fix this. So uh, I hope I gave some insights on overthinking. Tomorrow, I mean, not tomorrow, tomorrow is Sunday. We'll meet again on Monday evening. And that concludes today's segment on overthinking. I hope you find it helpful and informative. You can drop in the comments. I mean, if you want to learn any specific topic, or you want to anything related to mindset, right? You can drop in the comment box, and I'll make sure that I'll address your challenge that you are facing, and let's grow together, and let's make this country happy, joyful country. Let's live happily. If you live happily, your family will live happily. And if your family is living happily, you will be, it's like a ripple effect, right? You are going to give a ripple effect in the country, wherein your happiness and your joyfulness will be transformed into a bigger level of happiness throughout the society that you live in. So be happy, spread happiness, be in a positive zone, never ever be in that negative zone, in a complaining zone, be in the positive zone. And you can subscribe to our channel, and we'll be posting lot of informative videos that are related to mindset, so that you can personally evolve yourself and take yourself to next level, so that nobody else will impact you personally, and you will become a happy and joyful person. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next segment on Monday evening. Don't forget to come live on at 9 p.m. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Signing off, your life coach, Victory Vamsi. Meet you again on Monday at 9 o'clock. Take care. Bye bye.